Hey there guys, this is Joe with Sloppy Joe's Shred Shack, and today we're going to take a look at my personal guitar collection because you know what? We got over 5,000 subscribers now, and I'm thankful, and I figured it was time to give you an update. Well, anyways, welcome back to the Shred Shack. If you haven't seen my face before, my name is Joe. It's very nice to have you. Now, I'm going to ask you to do something cringy here, everybody. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit that bell. That helps small YouTubers out more than you could ever imagine. And I am one of those people that benefits from you subscribing. There's a few things that happen. One, it makes me feel better because it gives me validation to keep going. You know, because I don't just do this because I make money. I don't make money on this channel. I really don't. It's not very much. It barely pays for guitar strings, seriously. But, you know, it gives me a reason to keep going. And guys, we hit 5,000 subscribers. It's not me that hit 5,000 subscribers. It is you that hit 5,000 subscribers. And that is really, really cool. And when I started this channel, I wasn't really, you know, I don't know how to put it, but I wasn't really expecting that. I wanted that. I think everybody does. Everybody wants success, right? And that's the thing. Everybody wants to have success. That doesn't happen for everybody, and it doesn't matter how hard you try sometimes. Sometimes things just don't happen for a bunch of reasons. And I started this channel, it's been a while, probably like 6 years ago, and I took a few years off outside of like just, you know, writing riffs and stuff like that. But you know what, guys, I got back into it, and watching the community kind of just automatically come back and like, hey, you're back, and all that exciting stuff, it's cool. So thank you. From the bottom of my heart, thank you. And I hope that we can keep this thing going. So, you know, invite your friends. I don't know. But I figured I'd give you guys like a quick update about what's been going on in my life. When I started this channel, I guess, I was just trying to get out of my job. I worked for a food delivery company, and I was just like, I got to do something different. And, you know, what that did is it got me thinking, like, maybe I could do this. And, you know, my operations changed in my head. I started working with my local music store, and I just started doing videos for Bruce. And that's been a lot of fun doing that, I have to admit. And it's been getting my hands on a lot of gear. And there's a lot of things that I picked up along the way. Like, one, I don't have to write riffs for every single, you know, video, and every riff doesn't have to be the most game-changing riff. The only thing that I know is that, like, if I get a guitar now, this is probably the biggest lesson I learned. It doesn't matter what guitar it is. Just play to the guitar. Don't play the guitar. Play to it. Like, the way that I play a Strat is going to be different than the way that I play a Les Paul. Why would I play the Strat like a Les Paul, you know what I mean? Like, and maybe that's a little bit too abstract because it doesn't really identify anything. But that's the one thing that I've learned after, I think this video is video 267. That's a lot of videos. That includes shorts and things of that nature. But, you know, that's the biggest lesson that I've learned is that, like, you know what? Sometimes you just have to play a riff. And you know what? The easiest way to do that on a guitar is to just play to the guitar. Allow the guitar to speak, and you're gonna speak through it. But just allow the guitar to do its magic, you know? If it sounds a certain way, play to its attributes. Don't try to fight it. Just play to it, and you'll have so much more fun. But I figured I'd at least give you guys a really quick tour of my gear over the, you know, it's been a few years. I've upgraded quite a few things. So as you can see here, I'm running an Astro Soldano for my main amp right now, and that's pretty cool. Below that, actually, I'm gonna see if I can, it's just a really crappy Crate acoustic amplifier, but that's for a whole nother, we'll get into that one day. My PRS can go to an acoustic amplifier and to an electric amplifier, which is pretty cool. The amp over here is actually sold. It's just kind of sitting here right now. So, and actually this little thing over here, that's my old DSL from those old videos in the beginning of the channel. I believe that was the one that I demoed originally with the Marshall DSL 100H versus the PV 5150 or 6505. So yeah, that's cool. But yeah, other than that, like, that's all that's really changed. I'm using my Line 6 Helix. I would show it to you guys, but it's just on the floor. It's just in 4-cable method, you know, and I just have like a setup for this Soldano, you know, and so then I just plug in my guitar and into the pedal board and run it into the amp and let it do its thing, you know. So all the effects are all Line 6 Helix, but the amp and amp sounds are actually all the Soldano here. So I just use the Helix for effects now. But I'll show you my guitars. I've got some really cool ones. This lately has been my pride and joy. This is a PRS Custom 24. And I mean like proper PRS Custom 24. I'm gonna move this light so you can see this better. But look at that top. That is, I don't know. I paid a lot of money for this, like an embarrassing amount of money for this. I bought it from Dave's Guitar in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I like to go visit my buddy Tony, and I showed him this store because I've been watching Dave's Guitar for a long time. And up in the northern Midwest, there isn't any like really cool like boutique like guitar stores. You have to travel. I have to travel like 5 hours to at least to go and see like a really cool store. Nothing to dog on like the small mom and pop shops, but you know, this was a $4,000, $5,000 guitar that we're not gonna have up by me. So I got to touch it and play it, and I fell in love. So of course I bought it. My second, that's my number one. My number two right now is a Suhr Modern Pro, or however you say it. And you saw that at the beginning of the video. I bought this because my buddy Duncan told me to buy it. And it's beautiful. I've been looking for an HSH for a while. I was looking at the Ibanez like J Customs and stuff, and I have expensive taste in gear. I mean, just in these two guitars, you can already tell. They are, yeah, it's not cheap stuff here. But I mean, you heard the pickups. That was the split coil position on this, and it sounds really, really good. So it's got Suhr pickups. It's got the Godo 510. Yeah, this thing is really, really beautiful. If you ever get a chance to play one of these are as close to perfection as you can get. Same thing with my PRS, but like when it comes to a Super Strat, I don't know if I've ever played a Super Strat that's better than this thing. Now, guys, my number 3 guitar is this monstrosity. This is a Cower Banshee. This is super cool. As you can tell, it's got 3 Firebird pickups. It's based on, I presume, you know, the Gibson Firebird, but the body's different, and you can feel that the body's different when you're playing. I think it's like wider or something, but it's really cool. And of course, this was a guitar that I bought when I paid off my student loans. So I paid off my student loans, and I was like, I'm gonna buy myself something nice. This one has a lot of history on it though. So I bought this straight custom from Doug Cower. Thank you, Doug, you're the best. And I have played the living crap out of this guitar. Like, I even have, I mean, I beat the jack up. Like, this thing is literally hanging out of the guitar. I have dings and dents all over this thing. So I play it's funny because like, I kind of play a little bit of everything, and I hate saying that, but like, I literally, my favorite genre of music is death metal, but right now I'm working on a neo soul project. More to come with that. But this is a guitar that I play with a pop punk band. Like, it's a pop punk cover band, and we kind of like are, you know, a regional fan favorite, you know, and it's been a lot of fun. And I built this guitar because I thought it was cool, but I really built it just because I wanted to play it out live and just have this loud guitar. So this thing is pretty sweet. This is a Cower Banshee. Highly recommend. All right, so the next one on my list of my gear that I own, I'm gonna hit, oh, good, it's already focusing. This is a J Mascis Fender Telecaster. This is pretty cool. I like this guitar a lot. The neck is so thick. It is a 1950s neck on here. This thing is a baseball bat. The cool part though is that it has jumbo frets, and I love that. 9.5-inch radius on this thing. It's really cool. Actually, I made a video of this, I think 2 years ago, when I almost started my channel back up, but then I had a panic attack and just kind of nicked it. But like, this thing's pretty sweet. And it's got, again, I don't know if you noticed, but I like really loud tops. Like, I like sparkles and I like bold like wood choices. I want something really pretty to look at, you know? So like my whole thing is that I want to play something that looks cool, because then I feel cool while I'm playing it. And when I feel cool, I feel confident. And when I'm confident, I play harder and I play better. And like, I'm a lot more accurate, I find. Like, it's like, it almost forces me to stand out because that guitar is so loud. Like, I'm like, okay, well, people are looking. Like, I gotta play this thing. So, like, yeah, I play this in that pop punk band also. I also write like a lot of doom riffs on this, ironically enough, because of the, you know, longer scale length. And, you know, I'll tune this down to B, and this is a really cool doom guitar. So, but yeah, Fender J Mascis Telecaster. Oh, we got another one here, guys. More sparkles. But yeah, so this is my Reverend Descent RA. I think that's what it's called. I don't know. I found it at my local music store, actually. So Bruce has been doing business with Reverend for a while now, and I've been looking at the Reverend Descents for a while. And this thing is super cool. The reason I bought it was because, one, sparkles, always. If it has sparkles, I guarantee you, even if it's a piece of garbage, I'm gonna go look at it. But, like, I like it because it's got a trem. And, like, do I feel comfortable dive bombing on it? No. But, like, it's nice as a lead guitar player to be able to have a tremolo system on a baritone guitar. I like that. It's cool. It's really, really cool. This one, I'll have links to this video or to this guitar. Any guitar that I've like reviewed, I will have links to it in the description box below. But yeah, you can watch my review on this thing. This thing is a beast. I can play doom with it, which I really like really heavy, that like death doom kind of thing. But honestly, lately I've been doing a lot more like Orville Peck type stuff with this. It's really, really cool. It's really versatile. I like it. And of course it looks beautiful. So yeah, the Reverend Descent. All right, this one is kind of a special one though. So this is my Fender Deluxe Roadhouse, or Roadhouse Deluxe, or something like that. I think this is a 2017. It's definitely heavily, and I mean heavily modified. My friend Duncan Price, links to his Instagram and stuff in the description box below. He's kind of a big thing now, I guess, which is weird because it's always just Duncan to me. He's my good friend. It was weird watching him on Rhett Shull's YouTube channel. So good job, Duncan. I'm proud of you. It's good to have that kind of notoriety in the area of just a guy who's truly doing his own thing and just going for it. So I'll link his Instagram down low. His name's Duncan Price. He's a nice boy. He's a very nice boy. We just send memes to each other all day. But like, okay, so I bought this. This was the first guitar that when I was doing stuff for Good Times Music, this is the first guitar I reviewed for them. And it was the Fender Roadhouse Deluxe Stratocaster or whatever. And I did the review and I'm like, oh yeah, cool. I feel awesome. I'm working with like a local music store. And now I have like, in my eyes, like an unlimited music supply for videos, which is, you know, in theory, what it is. It helps Bruce out. He gets more traffic in the store. I get more gear to play around with so I can make more videos. So what do? I bash this thing against the wall as I'm putting it away. And I was like, so I bought it because I felt so bad. And Bruce was like, no, you don't need to. I was like, Bruce, I'm going to buy this thing. Like, I liked it. It was a good guitar. And like, I feel so bad, and I'm like, I don't want to ruin this relationship that we're starting here. So I bought this guitar because I whacked it against the wall after that YouTube video that I made, and I'll have links in the description box below about that. Yeah, so I make this video, and I'm like, oh, it's super cool. I think it originally had like a mint pick guard on it, and it had like the noiseless pickups with the little button here. I think it's like the S1 switch or something. It really is. It was a cool guitar, and I fell in love with it. I ended up buying another one that was in copper. I ended up selling that. My friend, oh God, who bought that? Someone down in Escanaba, Michigan bought that guitar. Oh, Jim? I think Jim owns that guitar. Yeah, Jim Harrison, I'm pretty sure. So he these are super good guitars. If you could ever get your hands on them or like look for them in the wild on Reverb, dude, that big CBS headstock looks super sick. I think I had some bare knuckles in this at one point. I had, I think, Trilogy Suites, and then I installed, or I didn't install, Duncan installed it for me, because if you have a pro luthier, just have him do the work. But like, and then I think it was a nail bomb in the bridge, and I made it HSS, which I made a whole video on that down low. That was like a weird video that kind of blew up on my channel, and I use that term really loosely because the size of this channel is small. But yeah, super cool. So this is my guitar. So it's got custom wound. Now, I want to be clear. Duncan sells single coil pickups called Those Beans pickups. And I don't know if you know what those beans are, but it is an old meme on the internet, and it's super cool. Yeah, just look up those beans. Those beans meme. The most perfect form of meme, in my opinion. But so these are called the Those Beans single coil pickups, and on the back of the pickup it's actually written Those Beans. I'm thinking about those beans, and it's pretty cool. And actually, because Duncan is such a cool guy, this is what that meme looks like. I can see if I can catch it on here real quick, but yep, that's the guy right there. I'm gonna see if I can get it on the camera because it doesn't want to focus on it, but yeah. There used to be a battery pack there, so Duncan made a little thingy so it could cover the little like battery compartment, and it's so fun. But yeah, I think that this is the I forget exactly how it goes, but I think this is 9,001 winds, so it's over 9,000. And I think there's something to do with like, I think it's like, this is 69 winds on these two pickups. So it's just like, you know, but the guitar sounds great. We made a joke of like, you know, how many winds it is and blah, 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 and just naming it dumb internet stuff. But like, this guitar sounds super good, and this one is gonna stay in my collection. It's super special to me. The cool thing that he did also is that he put a variable. Oh no, yeah. So it's some kind of switch. Long story short, what this does is when it's full on, it's basically like, I don't even know how to put it. It's just the single pickups normal, but when this is rolled off, what it does is it connects the bridge to everything. So in this, it doesn't do anything. That it doesn't do anything. In this, doesn't really do much. But when it's in these two positions, it's all three pickups running at the same time. Or in this position, it's all three pickups running at the same time. In this one, it's these two pickups running at the same exact time. So it's got that like tele quality. I did a really poor explanation of that, but you get what I'm saying. Full on, normal 5-way. When this is full off, it keeps that bridge pickup on the entire time. And then when it's in that position, the number 4, it's all 5 or all 3 pickups, and in that one it's just these 2 pickups, and it's just like the most unique sound. It's really cool. I like that. This is a special guitar. This is my Fender Strat Deluxe Roadhouse or whatever. All right, this is one that no one's actually seen. Oh, I might have done a few videos with it, but this is just a GOC headless guitar. I put some Fishman Fluence pickups in it. I wired them wrong, and it's just draining the battery. I have to rip this thing apart and redo the wiring. But this is cool. This is my little travel guitar. So like for scale, this thing is tiny. Like, I like this thing though. So, and it kind of looks cool. It's black. I don't really have a black guitar right now. I do have one, but it's literally just a collector's piece. Just to have it. But yeah, this is cool. And this one I just throw in a Strandberg bag, and like if I want to noodle in a hotel room, I can, right? So like that's the point of this thing. I'm never gonna play it out. But I will say though that if you ever, I've owned a Strandberg. The GOC stuff is really, really surprising. I have to admit. This is really good quality. And like the back of the neck, now I get that it's Chinese and they're definitely stealing stuff, but like, dude, that neck is super cool. It's got a really unique neck profile where it has like that indoor neck where it's flat right here, and then, and all that stuff, and then round on this side so you can kind of put your thumb on it. But yeah, so it's pretty sweet. But this is a cool little GOC. I forget what the name it is, but it's a headless guitar. I just use it for traveling when I just want to like goof off, you know. All right, so the next one is my Takamine EF261S or something like that. Oh yeah, so EF261AN. Yeah, so this is my acoustic guitar. I play this a lot, actually. It sounds good too. Like, I really like this guitar. I bought this 2020. I just wanted an acoustic guitar. I had an old Washburn that was really beat up, and I was like, I'm at a point where I deserve like just a nice acoustic, so why don't I have a nice acoustic? So I went and bought one. I think this is like $1,400 at the time. This is probably like $5 million now because of tariffs, but like, excellent guitar. So if you're ever looking for a nice like acoustic, look at Takamine, especially their Pro line. Their Pro line of stuff is really good. This sounds really good with an acoustic amplifier, but it also looks really pretty. Really, I bought it because of the color. I liked the dark color, and then I liked that this cutaway was up here. Do I really ever play up here? No, but I feel better knowing that I can if I want to. So yeah, this is my acoustic guitar, Takamine EF261S, I think. Yes, EF261S, AN. All right, so then last and definitely not least, yeah, this is a I think it's a 1981 BC Rich Stealth. This thing is sweet. But yeah, for those that don't know, my favorite guitar player of all time is Chuck Schuldiner of Death, or Schuldiner. I don't know how to say his name. But yeah, so I've been worshiping the ground that guy walks on since I was like 13 years old. I'm really into extreme music. Chuck was like my first true guitar hero that wasn't like classic rock or like alternative rock. Like I liked Billy Corgan, like, and I still do. But like this was the guy that like inspired me, was like, oh, whoa, you can play guitar like that? Yeah. And then I saw this and I was like, I've always wanted one. Now, granted, I bought this from like a store in Canada for like $400 US. Like, it needs some work. I'm like, but I'm 90% sure these are original DiMarzio distortion pickups in here, because this thing sounds really mean. And I mean, this thing sounds good. It plays like absolute dog shit. Just terrible. It plays horrible, but it's so cool. And the reason is because in these bodies, you can see the bridge here. It's literally lifting away from the body. And that's because of like the cheap wood that's used in this thing. So I am always super suspicious of these kind of bridges, especially on BC Rich stuff, because let's be honest, they're not known for quality. They're known for looking extreme. So like, but yeah, like you can see the pull pieces are bent forward here, but like it didn't matter to me. It was a $400, BC Rich that was from the 80s. Like, I'm just gonna hang this on my wall next to my poster of Chuck Schuldiner, so yeah, very cool guitar. 1980 something. I think it's an 81. Nope, sorry, it's a 1984 BC Rich Stealth. And you know what? Because this is a guitar channel, I totally forgot to do this. I bought this in Kalamazoo. Well, shit, it's been too long in my opinion. What do you do? But I bought this about 1.5 years ago in Kalamazoo. Maybe, oh shit, it's been a while. 2 years maybe. Too long. I gotta get back down there at some point. Love that place. Well, kind of. It's fun. It's got a lot of music history in it. But I bought this at I forget what the store was, but it was like this used store, and it was just a $400 Fender precision bass. This is Korean from the 90s, I guess. It was slaughtered. It had like, I think they were trying to do a Billy Sheehan thing with it. So it had the normal P bass pickup, and then it had like a humbucker in here, and it sounded really bad. It sounded really bad. It had like coated strings. So what I did is I upgraded everything, and in like the Billy Sheehan, like he's one of my favorite bass players of all time, or Sheehan, whatever you want to call it. I ended up putting a DiMarzio Billy pickup in this thing, mainly to like throw it back to like, okay, this is where this bass came from. And then I put a black pick guard on it. It looked really cool because it already had gold hardware. So I was like, oh yeah, well, I gotta find a gold pickup for it, and it just happened to be a Billy Sheehan pickup. So yeah, this thing sounds really cool, also really versatile. Like this. I play this in I randomly fill in on bass for a band called Suffer No Fools. Links in the description box below. All those dudes are really, really cool. But yeah, I play this in that band, and then I just, I record with it and stuff like that. But yeah, my Fender precision bass. This is a Korean, 90s Korean Fender precision bass with a cool DiMarzio pickup in it. And it's got a little bit of a backstory. Interesting time in my life, I'll say that much. But yeah, so that is my little collection of things. I love it, and I'm super thankful that I started this channel, because what it's done is it allowed me to explore me as a musician, and me as like, what do I like? I thought I liked certain specs. What I found is that specs don't matter. They don't. As long as you're having fun playing that guitar and that amplifier and those pedals, it literally doesn't matter. And and I own very expensive equipment. What I have found is that I can still have fun on something really, really inexpensive if it feels good. That's all I care about. You want to know my biggest tip, honestly, coming out of this? My biggest tip is the only thing that matters to me is fret size. If the frets are big, I'm gonna love it. That's not the same for everybody, but what I have found is that as long as it's got big frets, I will be able to play the living heck out of it. Do I like smaller frets? Sure, my PRS has smaller frets on it, and that thing sounds incredible. But I have the most fun on guitars that have big, big frets. And honestly, I think we're guitar players in general, we kind of focus on specs way too much. We really, truly do. And at the end of the day, as long as you're just having fun, that's all that matters. And if you play better because of the equipment you have, that's what matters. I mean, you can play amazing on a piece of garbage, but if you buy something that makes you feel cool and you play better because of it, more power to you, man. I think there's a lot of gatekeeping in guitar. I was one of those people, and to a certain extent I still am. I have my opinions on things. But I think the important thing here is just to love one another and just be happy that we all have, a similar thing in common, and that thing is music and guitar. And for me, I just like seeing people play. It gets me excited when someone new is playing. It gets me excited when someone's asking questions and learning about instruments. So, but maybe at 10,000 subscribers, or maybe 20,000, maybe I'll do another studio video, because I guarantee you all my stuff will have changed by then. I mean, just since the beginning of starting this channel, I probably have owned like 20 guitars. It's stupid, but luckily, because of this channel, I was able to explore what I truly wanted out of music and what I truly wanted out of guitar. And for that, guys, I want to thank you. I truly want to thank you for that. You allowed me to explore, and you gave me the reason to explore, and you gave me the reason to take down my gatekeeping and become a better human being. So thank you, guys. I appreciate you more than you understand. But I'm going to have you do that cringy thing. Like, subscribe, you know, hit that bell. Guys, I love you. Be kind to each other. When you see somebody struggling, pick them up. Don't put them down. Just because you're ahead of one person, you're still behind a million more. We may as well just get there as a team instead of fighting along the way. All right, guys. Later.